Namaste. Dolphin left, dolphin right. Namaste. Guys, see, I do wear other color pants besides white. I found my red pants. Anyway, yin yang. I know, it's about to rain here. I went to go for a walk because I'm having a little problem with the pelvic pains again. And I took Advil and it usually never works. But my next thing I'll do is sit on the couch with a heating pad or moist heat, because that usually helps, and a muscle relaxer. But what are we doing? We are doing another unboxing. Cute fashionable hair. Cute fashionable hair. Bella Butterfly. Cute fashionable hair. Okay, you might say, well, you did that already, but you put it on Facebook. I did it for YouTube. But what had happened was, for some reason, YouTube would not allow me to upload that video, and I was so mad. So anyhow, because I'm not popular on Facebook, I would say I am more popular on, that's not going to go, I'm more popular on YouTube. Okay, anyhow. Oh crap, the roof is falling down. Guys, you have to wait a second. Hey, Deb. You might want to see this. The roof is falling down. Like a piece of wood from the roof is halfway falling down over by the grill. Sorry. Okay. It's fine. Come on out, guys. Ow! Don't bite me. Yeah, that's gonna have to be fixed. Okay, anyhow, so let's get started. This is from Bella Butterfly. She has several businesses. One is on Etsy, I believe. Another one, you can find her stuff on Instagram, TikTok, and all kinds of stuff. I'll show up her card, but she sent me the hyaluronic acid, which is really good for hydrating your skin, which I need. My skin is very dry. Get down, or you're gonna go in. Get down, nosy Rosie. Get down. Something is always stopping me from doing this unboxing. I did it already in the car. Anyhow, here's the beautiful butterfly earrings. The second pair. The other pair I wore and they're in my jewelry box. But here's the other ones. She sells all kinds of hair stuff. I'm about to show you. Hopefully it doesn't rain. And then she gave me some odds and ends for my for my healing artwork, which thank you, Bella Butterfly, and different things that I definitely can use. I thought this was very interesting. And I always integrate these type of things. I integrate my necklaces and earrings that, I think something calls for it, and I put it on. Anyway. And she packs everything so beautifully. She has these lovely labels, right? She packs everything so nicely. Her card is already on my mantle, look. Okay. And she also gave me this headband. It's too hot for me to put it on now, but I'll be wearing that when it gets cooler out. And you could cover up your ears or just wear it as a headband. It's beautiful. And this beautiful brush, which is right up my alley. It says, Magic Meow. Magic Meow. course, I love that very much. I took a shower last night, and then I put my makeup on today, and we went to the doctor. I have some good news and some bad news, which I don't want to tell you yet because I want to do my unboxing. Okay, now she has these beautiful headpieces. Some stuff I might have taken in already because I used it. Some hair scrunchies and whatnot, but look at this. I said, do you mind if I use it for my canvases? Because I might do that. And she said, no, whatever you want to do. She's always very chill. She's from Compton. Isn't that beautiful? And so it's a hair clamp. I can put it right here. And I love the look of a pearl. And of course the butterfly. That doesn't look bad. That does not look bad. Like I could just, but my hair is so thin, I could just use that. Instead of using this, I could use this. Yeah. What a difference makeup makes, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Okay, anyhow. Why wouldn't you want to look your best? Okay, so these are so beautiful. Now, this is what I was like having a heart attack over. She put this, and go to her YouTube channel where she shows a lot of her work and her things that she sells. Snoopy down. Okay. It's called Forever Bella MUA. Forever Bella Mew. Okay. Look at that. It's Tinkerbell, or it's a fairy. It's a fairy, right? But it's also a clam. So I asked her, I said, I could visualize this on a canvas if I can break it apart, because there's two of them. And so I said, because I'm probably going to use one for a canvas, I do want the other one for my hair. So I ordered a second one. And all her prices are ridiculously... Casper, what are you doing?
Back up on the fucking ledge, right?
Who is? Who's on the ledge?
Our guy.
What? 1 second. What do you mean?
Turtle.
Oh. That was open? Why?
Because let's see, you can close it.
So that was a lot of days ago, wasn't it?
Yes.
Look, this is what I'm saying.
It's easy to fix. It's just the nail.
That's not glue?
I could glue it. Just the nail. It just goes back up. Like that. Okay. That's something I can do.
I mean, why is Casper looking at that to a plant?
I have no fucking clue. Ask him.
Hi. I'm doing a video right now, so I can't clean up poop at the same time. See? And these are scrunchies, and she has so many nice things. And then she gave me, of course, she gave me so many extras. Mascara. Of course, I'll be using that. A matte, astrological matte. Of course, I'll be using that too. Because I'm always getting glitter all over my stuff, all over my cards. And look at this. This is why I want to use her person that makes up cards. Okay, now you could take a screenshot. I know that's blurry. All right. So it is Cute Fashionable Hair. That's on Instagram. Then TikTok is @Cute Fashionable Hair. Then Facebook is Cute Fashionable Hair. YouTube is Cute Fashionable Hair. Oh, so she has a separate one for her. So her YouTube channel is not Cute Fashionable Hair, but just go to, I'm going to try this out after I get off here. Okay. Cute Fashionable Hair @yahoo.com. And www.cutefashionablehair.com. That's like the easiest for like people who are old like me. just do the WW. Anyhow, she gave me a lot of other things. She gave me a conceal corrector, which I definitely need that because I have red ruddy skin that breaks out with the butterfly effect. And she gave me a moon clip. See, she used to have red hair. That was her statement hair color. And then now she's blonde. But she likes to go back and forth. But I always think of her as a red. But this is so cute. It's a clip. I should take it out and model it. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it, because it doesn't look like I'm walking anywhere. Okay. Well, I walked around the block just to get here. It's a moon. I know I didn't put it in the correct way, but you know, it's my heart that counts. Okay, anyhow, I love it. And then she has these cards that I would love too. It says, when you support, thank you. When you support a small business, you're supporting a dream. See, all of us women and men, anybody who has an idea, I wish I can have a small business with my name on it, or that I can do the things I like to do and share it with everybody. And wouldn't that be nice if I could make a little money too? All right. So when you support a small business, then you're supporting a dream. You made my day. I hope this package brightens yours. I really appreciate your support. I love that. All except I would like it on purple with green writing, or gold writing, or silver writing. But anyhow, purple. Which I'm surprised she doesn't have turquoise, because I always thought her favorite color was turquoise. I'm going to have to ask her about that. I always need to know people's favorite. But anyhow, anything that was missing is because I have it already in the house. And I also did this unboxing with a lot more jokes in my car weeks ago. But anyhow, thank you, Bella Butterfly. Thank you for all the extras that you put in. Thank you for all the things that you do. I love your work ethic and the way you're creative. And she also does makeup and hair. And she's constantly busy, like going to, on the weekends, going to do people's hairs for their sweet 16th birthday or the 15th birthday, the Cinca Kion, I forget how do you say that, and weddings, okay? She does hair and makeup, and she's very, very super talented. So I always believe in her. When I think about her, I get such a happy feeling in my heart. I'm sorry I'm always talking about her, but we are friends and colleagues, and we help each other. So namaste, everybody. Oh, there's more things that I want to talk to you about. Maybe I should go get my book. Yeah, because I'm heavy duty into Natalie Holloway. I'm afraid this is going to fall, so I'm not going to leave it out. Hi. Hi. I don't want to leave it out because I feel like it's going to rain. You want to come in? You want to come in? All right. Let them stay out for 5 seconds, because I got to go back out and get the box anyway. So, but just real quick, I don't want to do a long video, because I might be coming back later. Anyway, these are the cases that I'm thinking of, that I'm thinking really deeply, and I thought I did Natalie Holloway. When it happened, my daughter was she the same age? My daughter might have been the same age as Natalie, 2005. Yeah, I think she was the same age as Natalie Holloway. like getting ready to graduate high school in 2005, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, or maybe my daughter was a year younger. But anyway, they have a similar birth year, I think. I believe. It doesn't matter. I thought that I did a reading on my YouTube channel about Natalie Holloway, but I couldn't find anything. So I guess it was like Susan Smith. I just thought things, and I was working with the police with missing cases, and I dropped the glass when I was washing the dishes. When Susan Smith came on the TV, and she was crying in front of the cameras, and she blaming a black guy that stole her car and drowned her sons in the car. And when she was crying, I went up to the TV, I put my hand on her face. I got electricity throughout my body. And I don't usually get that. Like when people say they get chills, I usually get when spirits are in the room or something's in the room. I get hot head to toe, just like a hot flash, almost like a hot flash, but hot flash is worse because a hot flash, there isn't a present at the end of the rainbow, at the end of the hot flash. Anyway, with Susan Smith, I dropped the glass and my sister was over having dinner that night, and she said, "What's the matter, Kat?" And I said, "I just saw her and she knew what she was doing, and there wasn't any black guy that took her car. She did that because she just wanted to be with the boyfriend. And the boyfriend didn't want any more kids and didn't want to have to take care of kids. So she killed her kids. She could have put her sons with the father. The father was very loving, very, capable of taking care of the kids. But she killed them instead. And the little one turned back and was like, he was in the car seat, but he was flailing his arms because the car was going down, down, down. And she stood there watching it to make sure it would go down. She could have done something about it. Anyhow, it gave me the chills and made me, I couldn't stop crying. My sister finished the dishes. She told me to go in the living room, just play with the baby. My son was a baby at that time. My daughter was a little girl. Anyway, but Natalie Holloway, I had so many visions of that murderer, that guy that murdered her, but there's more people involved, so I definitely get ready for me to do a big read, meditative read on Natalie Holloway. Also, Marilyn Monroe's birthday yesterday. I didn't do anything for her. I will. She's on my list. Once I put it down on the paper, now I will have more time because school's over. School's out forever, maybe. Okay, anyway, I'm just weird. Bob Marley, I definitely want to do I know how I'm going to do it. I'm not even going to talk about it. No, he wasn't murdered, but I want to channel him. I'm going to channel him. Okay, and then the last one, Madeleine McCann. Let me know if you're interested. I thought I did a video on her. I definitely had visions. The guy that's in jail is the person that killed her. Where is her body? I always saw it near, in the wooded area where a trailer was. Some kind of mobile home. Okay? Turns out they just found out information that, and they've been looking for her recently. I think last week and the week before, because they got a tip and it was near a mobile home. But the mobile home is not there. He had a mobile home that he used to travel with. And, you could park it somewhere. You could put it in the woods, right? They think that maybe her body is somewhere there. Of course, it wouldn't be a body anymore. It would be ashes and maybe clothes and maybe some bones. Okay. Anyway, I don't think they found her, but I want to go into her. I could, I know the parents were accused for a long time, and maybe some people still haven't crossed them off the list. I have crossed them off my list. Were they great in what they did? I don't think so, but doesn't everybody make mistakes? They were checking on her, it's just, It's just ridiculous because they could have hired a babysitter. Both of them were freaking doctors, and they had babysitters, and they had people that could watch kids, and they just didn't do it. They just didn't do it. Anyhow, I I think I know what happened to her as well. And a lot of people thought that she stayed alive for a couple of days. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's just terrible. Anyhow, if you want me to add anything to this list, of course I have a lot of people. There's this show that me and Devin have been watching. It's the case of this dwarfed girl that was from Pakistan? Where is that girl Natalie Grace from originally?
Was it Indiana?
No.
Oh, the Ukraine.
The Ukraine. Okay, yeah. She was from the Ukraine, supposedly. Yeah, she was born in the Ukraine, but she had all these disabilities. And when she was like, I guess 4 years old, or maybe 3, or no, maybe at birth, they sent her away to be adopted out because the doctors told the mother she'll never walk, she'll never talk, she'll never do anything. She needs $100,000 in surgeries, which she definitely needs surgeries. But she was born with that, these problems. Anyhow, me and Devin have been watching the series on it. What's it called again?
How to stay up at night from watching something absolutely horrible.
Let me get the dogs in. Hold on a second. No, really, what is it called? Christine Barnett and Michael Barnett. Natalie Grace Barnett.
Something like that. It was on it.
On it. Guys, do you want to come in? Guys, come in. Oh, it's not snack time every second, guys. I just had to get the box in. Bring the box in. So her name is,
Hey, bud.
I want to do a reading on her.
Okay, bye.
It's a story about like the parents are saying that the kid tried to kill them. They would find her standing at the end of her bed, their bed in the middle of the night with the knife, that she hid knives in her bedroom. But then we're finding out, and there's actual tape of it, how the mother, the adopted mother, Christine Barnett, I believe her name is, some people call her Natasha Grace, and some people call her Natalie. I guess Natasha is a form of Natalie. Okay. Anyhow, it's it's on ID, and she was on Dr. Phil and stuff. And at first, me and Devin are watching it, and we're like, oh, these poor people and the kids. They had 3 boys. They were really wealthy. So they decided to adopt a little girl. And the first little girl they tried to adopt, it didn't pan out, right? Because she lived in Hades, and then they had a big hurricane, and the deal was off. So then they said, you have to make your mind up the same day that you come into Florida. That's the name of it?
What? No, I'm leaving.
Okay, Natalie Grace.
Something like that.
All right. Anyhow,
It's horrible.
so long story short, I'm definitely going to do a read on her, but it's just I got to clear my mind because we watched it, and there's another part coming where Natalie just talks.
It's just something.
But they were trying to say that, okay, they adopted her when she was supposedly 6 years old, right? And that would match the same age as one of their sons.
It says just Natalie Grace.
Natalie Grace? Okay. Yeah. So if you Google
Talia Grace is that.
Natalie. How do you spell it, babe? N-A-T. That's okay.
Natalia.
Okay.
Natalia Grace.
Okay. Maybe she dropped that name. She doesn't want to be that.
Curious Case of Natalie Grace, right there.
The Curious Case of Natalie Grace.
Yeah.
That almost rhymes. So, yeah, it's whole. Me and Devin have not been able to sleep. We have not been able to sleep, like without having nightmares or just being woken up, because it's just so horrible. At first, we're like, for the parents, you know, back in the parents
And the father's
and the
nuts.
kids.
The mother's crazier than the father.
Yeah, the father's like a drama queen. Oh my gosh, dramatic much? I think so.
Nothing masculine about the man.
I'm on tape though.
Oh, that's not good. There's
No,
nothing
it's-
masculine
It's
about
not
the man.
true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So if you can go watch it, try to watch it. There's like
And he let this stuff happen.
he let a lot of
He's
things
just
happen
as
to this
bad.
little girl. He's
Just
just as
guilty
bad.
as his sick
And
wife.
neither one of them got put in jail. They had a trial. Both of them had
But
trials.
they weren't allowed to bring in the fact that the kid was of age.
Yeah, so what they did was they re-aged her. Even though she was technically 6 years old, maybe 8 tops, they
Nobody even
re-aged
checked
her.
with you. They knew where the mother was. They never even checked in the Ukraine till after the fact.
Yes,
So
they
it
made
was
her
all a lie.
22 because if your kid is
And they were
22,
both
you don't
not even
have to
held responsible.
keep them in the
Disgusting.
house. You can let them.
Please don't lock me out. I'll see you later.
I won't. It's gonna rain. That's why
Oh, yeah.
I stopped my walk. Anyhow, it's such a like me and Devin were like, oh, she would get in the car. That this is what the father would say, but also the brother who's autistic, the older brother would tell us some scary things too. That she would take her feces when she got in the car, like she poop her pants and take it in the car and smear it on the youngest son, especially the youngest son she was against, and then she would have accidents on the couch. But nobody's ever saying if they helped her. Was this on purpose? Like she would pee and poop on the couch, but they're rich people, but you know, I guess they couldn't afford to clean it. So the mother, the autistic kid was only 12 at the time, and then the other two were young, but they weren't even on the show because they haven't seen the father in a million years. The mother and father got divorced and had a terrible, you know, breakup, obviously. But anyhow, before that, so she's like 8 to 10 years old tops. They have her re-aged, which I didn't even know. 59 years old. I never heard of re-aging somebody. Re-aging, right? Change their age. So instead of being born in 2003, September 2003, they wrote that she was born in 1989, right? September 1989. And that wasn't the truth. Then after they did that, they had a doctor sign the papers that she was born in 1989. Meanwhile, another doctor said her plates were not even finished being developed, right? So, long story short, right after they got that piece of paper, they looked for apartments and dumped her in an apartment. She was only 8 to 10 years old. She was in an apartment and they didn't come by that often at all. So she was going into other people's apartments and going in their refrigerator. A lot of people found her in the refrigerator. And then they said, some people said bad things about her, like she was acting like inappropriate. She was acting like wanting to play with the kids, but then seemed to be just inappropriate with kids. And then in one apartment building, now she's only 8 to 10 years old when this is happening. They're treating her, they told her to say she's 22. Anybody asks you, tell them you're 22, going on 23. Anybody asks you, tell them that you threatened your parents. And they even, this is what she says, she had to call the cops once when she was in her apartment. And for a long time, when they took her to the second apartment building in a bad part of town, they took her phone away from her. And they made her live in these stairs, up on the second floor. And she's severely handicapped. She was less than 3 feet high. and they stuck her there with just a couple of canned goods, and she couldn't reach the counter. She couldn't reach the stove. She didn't know how to cook because she was a little kid. And so they said, why did you call the cops on yourself and say that you're stalking your neighbors? But the neighbors did say that in the first apartment building, she was there 1 year. A lot of neighbors did complain that she would wait for them to come home and then run across the street when they came home. And maybe the reason why is because she was lonely. Because I kept on saying to Devin, how is she going to work? Like, how's she going to pay the bills? Well, they paid a year's worth of rent up front. Why did they do that? Because she got her Social Security check, and she probably got disability checks, right? But she can't work because she was a little kid. And they just chalked it up to, oh, she's evil. She's like that movie from The Orphan. You know, there's that movie out that they think they adopted a 12-year-old girl, but she happens to be like 27, and she goes to kill people in the house. It was almost like he saw that movie and he went with it. And so he's attributing all these things. Meanwhile, she went into psych wards. They put her in psych wards and stuff like that. And there's two different stories. So it was so confusing. But then when I saw her on Dr. Phil, and then another family ends up taking her out of this, like, then the mother signs her up to get her GED, but she was only in elementary school, and she was sitting there trying to understand high school, but she was only in elementary school, living in an apartment by herself. And the only store that was across the street was like slumlord, like everybody was out, drug addicts and stuff, homeless people laid out in front. This happened in Indiana. Anyhow, I'm just so passionate about this because I felt so bad. I was even crying because I was like, Devin, me and you were judging her and saying like, yeah, she's crazy. Yeah, she's trying to kill everybody. She's a sociopath. Because they were saying they went to the doctor, they brought it to different doctors, and the doctors said she was a sociopath. So kept on saying this word sociopath, right? And that, you can't fix that. But then they would send her home. No medication, no therapy. So something was not right, because if they think your child is a sociopath, they might send them home with you. You're responsible for them. But they'll give you the programs, and there's actually a place for people like that. But maybe they never found anything with her. So it's really scary and it's mixed up. Please go watch it. And I think that's all I have to say. Okay. Namaste, everybody. I love you. Thank you for all your beautiful things, Bella Butterfly. I can't find it now, but... Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys. Okay, so here's the bad news. The bad news is I called up about my medicine a couple of days ago when I had 4 pills left or 5 pills left, which that should be good, but you really should do it when you have 7 pills, at least 7 pills. But I called up and I figured, at least I'm calling when I have some pills left, and it wasn't like Thursday or today or yesterday. It was probably Wednesday, right? So I call up. I never hear from HEB. So on the way to the chiropractor today, I haven't been to the chiropractor in a month. Devin goes, but I have to start going because I'm paying $80 a month for the chiropractor. And if I don't go, then I'm just going to cancel it. But, he does help. I feel, it's natural medicine. He does help, but I got to start going because Devin sneaks there, or I'm sleeping, or I was working, and then he goes. And the reason why I don't drive myself is because it's really bad construction, and I have like a fear of that. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Happy Friday, by the way. Oh, sorry, my back got so itchy. I wonder if Spirit's coming in. I do want to show you my cards. A second, guys. My dogs are looking at me like, what is wrong with you, lady? I don't know what's wrong with you, lady. Okay, sorry. I know this is probably so boring. I usually have my music going. This is for my friend Kim Magical. She has her nephew passed away. Her best friend Kay's son was in a car accident. And we were praying for him. See, this is his sick, Jamie. So God bless Jamie, and especially the family, because I know he's in heaven, but the family, mom, is gonna have a hard time with that. The mom's name is Kay, and of course that's Kim Magical's best friend. That's Lavender. Yeah, I needed this up in here. So I call on the way to the chiropractor. I call up, I know I should not mess with this because it's sitting nice. I call up HEB and I say, I never heard anything about my medicine. Can you tell me about my medicine? Where's my medicine? Where's my medicine at? And the guy said, oh yeah, we did put the order into the doctor the other day, but we never heard back from the doctor, and the doctor has to sign it because it's a controlled substance, my Ambien, which I won't sleep without. Okay, sometimes I don't sleep with it. Imagine without it. So anyhow, he says, you're going to have to call your doctor. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's Friday. They leave so early. Lunchtime, they close it down. They close the whole town down in terms of doctors, nurses, and stuff like that. So I call up, and I did get somebody, and they go, oh, well, we have the order here. I don't even know if she said she had the order, but she said, we can't do anything about it until probably Monday or later. I was like, what? I need that medicine. I'm not going to sleep. So she goes, well, there's nothing that could be done. The doctor's on vacation. I said, well, who's in for the doctor? When the doctor goes on vacation, there's always somebody. Oh, no, he doesn't have a physician assistant. I know some doctors do, but he doesn't. So I start flipping out because I used to go through this every month, because when I used to get my medicine from the regular community pharmacy, and it used to be a lot more money. The same thing, that I had a different doctor and she didn't sign it, and I didn't put it in time, but this time I knew I had 4 pills left, and there's plenty of time. I called up. Sometimes I've called up when I just had 1 pill, and then they tell me, well, it's going to be at least 72 hours, so you're going to have to sleep without a pill. And then we go through this whole pattern, and I start to panic, because you know how I am even with my pills. You can imagine when I don't have that sleeping pill, then I know I'm not even going to get the 4 hours, because, this is my medicine since I'm in my 40s. Anyhow. So she starts a little bit like fresh to me, and I'm like, do you understand that somebody has to be there to sign papers? What if I'm sure I'm not the only person that has medication that is needed. I'm not the only person. So she was like, I don't know what to tell you. I told you all I know. You're going to have to wait till Monday, and there isn't even a chance there's a chance he's not coming to work Monday, right? Because he's on vacation and he doesn't have, I go, can't you just email him? And he could sign it from there electronically and send it over to HEB. And she was like, well, he doesn't get service where he is. He's in the Ozark Mountains. right? So he doesn't have service. I'm like, I'm starting to flip, and like Devin knows I'm starting to flip, and he's like, calm down. That's not gonna do you any good. I guess you're just gonna have to be up. And that wasn't helping me what he was saying. So I was getting angrier, and I was getting ready to flip. Then I said, is Cheryl there? Because Cheryl is somebody that used to work the front desk, but now she works mainly with the doctor, like as an assistant. And so I talked to her. She was nicer. And I said, Cheryl, could you please try to email him? Like, even though I know he's in the mountains or wherever. And she was like, yeah, I will do that. But, the other person is right, because he's not getting much service, and he's probably not coming in on Monday. So I'm like, oh my God. First it was Sunday, then it was Monday. I was trying to breathe. I've tried everything over the counter. I've tried Sleep Quill, because this has happened before. Does nothing. Matter of fact, makes me a little bit... I don't even take NyQuil when I have a cold, because NyQuil makes me feel more awake, and I hallucinate, like have dreams with my eyes open, or I think my eyes are open. So I eliminated that. When I have a cold, I just take extra vitamins. I have chicken soup. I don't take cold medicine, okay, because of this thing that happened. So I was just like in panic mode, but then I'm like, you know what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What can I actually friggin' do? Okay, I get home, and I notice, do I have 2 pills left? Which I was really happy about. So Devin goes, choose wisely, because having 2 pills, yeah, that's good. I'll definitely be taking it tonight, because I was up early today, so we can call about the medical bills. I might have to skip it tomorrow so that I can sleep Sunday, because I have a feeling that it's not going to be there. Anyhow, so that happened. All right, so no medicine, and I think it's absolutely effing ridiculous that you don't have somebody in charge to hold down the fort while you're on vacation. I think that's like, how could that be? And she was like, no, he just doesn't have a physician assistant. Other doctors do, he doesn't. I'm like, I just can't take it. I can't breathe. When I'm thinking about it, I can't breathe. Anyhow, let's move along. So then I noticed I had a couple of missed calls, and I was like, oh, they must be calling me back to tell me that they're going to get a message to him, or maybe they can get me 1 pill or 2 pills or something to hold me over. But it wasn't. I think I'm talking to that office, the same office, because it's under the same name. But I didn't hear. She goes, oh, your doctor, say his name is Dr. Chris. Dr. Chris had written out that you need to see a gynecologist. And I was like, yeah, I just talked to you. Didn't I talk? I said, yeah, but I didn't get an appointment yet. They didn't give me an appointment. And I started talking about my insurance. And Devin says, don't do that, because people don't need to know what's going on with our insurance, even if it's a nightmare. So after that, I just felt dizzy. Sit down. Oh, I felt dizzy. Oh, this doesn't go down. All right. So after that, I realize that she is from the office of the gynecologist that I'm trying to get an appointment with, right? And I put it together, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were the doctor's office where I was just talking to my doctor's office, about my medication. She was like, no, I don't know anything about that. I'm just calling you with an appointment for the gynecologist. So I got an appointment. It's the 19th. And what I liked, the 19th at 9:30. What I liked about her is she said to me, tell me about what happened. And I told her I had to go to the emergency room. My stomach was killing me. The lower stomach, the upper stomach, I was all bloated. And then I said, but I was constipated. I'm not constipated anymore, but I still have the bloating and the pain. She goes, well, how was the pain? And then I told her about the fibroid. And I was like, but I don't know, if the fibroid that's only 2 centimeters, if that would cause any pain. And then she goes, listen, if you find yourself in pain, more pain. She goes, how is the pain now? I said, oh, because then I was okay. I said, I'm not having as severe. It comes and it goes, like it's just like a twisting. Usually comes right after I eat. Like when we went to IHOP, all I had was like fruits, little blueberries, strawberries, hash browns, a side of hash browns, and French toast. I can only finish 1/2 of the 2 French toasts because they were thick. And so I was all excited about bringing them home, but I'll tell you what happened with that. And I was going to have that, and Devin had a steak, but I knew I can't finish, like a big amount of food or even a small amount of food because I have to make it into 2 meals, and I was happy to do it. Anyway, so she gives me the appointment and she says, if you have any pain, even a little pain, you call this office and we'll try to see if the doctor could cancel something else and get you in sooner. I was like, sooner than the 19th? And she goes, yes. So I was like, oh, great. I was just so happy that she gave me an appointment because I thought it was going to be July. My thyroid appointment, I waited 4.5 months for, like, I thought it was an emergency. My throat was closing. I had a big swelling bubble all around. Like you can see a little swelling here, but that's never been explained why that happens. It's called shoddy lymph nodes. Anyway, maybe it's a part of Hashimoto's. Who knows? Who cares anymore? I'm just so sick of being a head case. But anyway, I was so excited that I got an actual appointment. And Devin says, stop worrying about the money. Don't tell everybody about our medical bills. He goes, you know what? We'll just do what we're doing. Pay as much as we can and leave it for the, because we're appealing again a second or third time with the medical. We were on the phone this morning before we went to the doctor's, before we went to the chiropractor. Anyhow, long story, why am I sweating? Let me get my water bottle. I think it's time for wine. Yeah. I'll be having the dreaming tree. That'll make me happy. Anyway. Took my vitamins today. Yesterday I did not take them. Because there's so many of them. There's 2 probiotics that have cranberry in it. There's 3 fruit. There's 3 green vegetables. And then there's a vitamin D. Sometimes I take some liquid. One second. Let me get my liquids. Like right now, I'm in a full sweat. Why am I in a full sweat? I think it's the bra. I'm going to take this bra. Remember I showed you the bras? And they're 3X. Tight as can be. I took out the pads because I don't like the pads. I don't need the pads. But it hurts. And it throws my back out. And so that's why I usually wear a tank top. But I figured I'm going to the chiropractor, and I don't want to have everything on display. So I throw a bra on and it's terrible. It's like real tight here, and it makes me feel like I'm having those jabbing pains again. What am I taking? B complex. Why? Because it's good for nerve problems. Gives you a little energy, but mostly it's good for nerves. Put it under your tongue. I'm sorry. I just realized, is it 5:30 or 6:30? It's 5:30. Okay. All right. So I got the appointment, right? Then Devin goes, "You want to go somewhere instead of just directly home?" We haven't been going out to dinner or anything, because a lot of times he doesn't feel well and he never wants to go. So I could be sick as a dog and I'll say, yes, please, let's go. So we go to IHOP. No big deal, IHOP. Did I have breakfast? I had breakfast. I had a little coffee cake and I put cinnamon on it this morning with a cup of coffee. And then, yeah, I was fine in the morning. I wasn't that super hungry. That's why I got the blueberry. I got blueberries, fruit, on the side, and the French toast. So I didn't finish the French toast and the fruit, so I wanted a to-go thing, a to-go thingy. Hey, guys, I just gotta make this. I gotta make this smaller because I feel like you're up in heaven and I'm down here by myself. It's my tripod. I know I should have music going. The last couple of videos I haven't had music going, and I am sorry for that. But anyhow, so I'm so excited and about my meal. I was going to have the rest of it for dinner, right? And we leave it in Devin's car. And I said, will that be okay? And, like carrying some other stuff in. And then I said, oh, let me go out like maybe 2 hours later and get it. I bring it in, I bring it outside, I do video outside, then I bring it in here. And I'm looking at it and I see something going back and forth. I was like, am I just like nuts because I don't feel good? Oh, I forgot to tell you, I started having like pains in my stomach. In the morning, I've been going to the bathroom regular like I usually do. Okay, so I was like, thank God, but still feel the swollen stomach and, buying new clothes because I don't feel right. But I go to the bathroom a lot now, just like I used to. So, I go in the morning, right? Not that you care, but I go in the morning, I think before I even ate breakfast, yeah. And then I come out, and then we go and we do all our things. And when I'm eating in the restaurant, I'm having the French toast and the fruits, and I'm enjoying myself, and I'm having coffee, of course. And I know maybe sometimes it might be the coffee, but you're not going to take away my coffee, okay? So all of a sudden I'm like, oh, yeah, let's go home because I know I have to go to the bathroom again. Like it's almost every meal and even before the meal. But that was similar to how I was, especially if I take my vitamins, because my vitamins are fruits and vegetables. So sometimes at work I wouldn't take them until the end of the day because I need to be near a bathroom. And I don't know if it's gotten worse over the years. I don't know, is there something on my intestine? Like, is the fibroid leaning up onto my intestine? I don't know. But all I know is I'm cleaned out, but I've been having pains in my back, and I just got adjusted. He just adjusted my neck and my back, and everything cracked. I'm not trying to rhyme, but yeah. So I'm sitting on the couch and I'm having stomach pains after going to the bathroom. Then I have to pee every 10 minutes. Literally, like if I drink even just this is a couple of ounces, and I'm supposed to be drinking more water. That's water, by the way. After I drink the seltzer, I fill it up with water because it's a cute water bottle. Anyhow, I have to pee, and then I'm like, is this psychosomatic because I got a job. I got an appointment with the gynecologist, so now all of a sudden I wasn't having these pains. Now I'm having to go to the bathroom every 2 minutes and go number 2, and so I don't know. Anyhow, getting back to my meal. So I bring the plastic container in from the car, but I bring it outside at first, and I finished the video with you guys, and I brought it in. Then I put it on the kitchen table, and I'm looking at it, and I said, did a blueberry just fall, or is there a bug in there? Turns out, son of a bitch, inside this plastic container is a fly flying back and forth. I called Devin. He's like, what? He sweating. Man, he wants to get away from me because I'm stressing him out with all these things. But what am I supposed to do? The roof part is falling down. There's a fly inside my meal now, so I had to throw it out. And he came over, he goes, you know what? He goes, I don't think that was from being in my car, because how would it get in there? It was like a closed container. I go, it was probably from inside IHOP. In the kitchen, something's always flying around. But then I thought to myself, no, we put that food in that container. So how did the fly get in there? When we were in the restaurant, he poured it in. We asked for the container. The waitress gave it to us, and he poured all my food into that container and snapped it. So where was the fly? Was the fly in the car and got in somehow, or was the fly in the restaurant? Okay, that's enough about the fly. Now I'm freaking out, thinking I'm going to see a fly again. Anyway. I know I should have ended this before, but let me just do one card, an angel card. Let's end with a good note. Look at these. These are my angel cards that I just had to have. They're so beautiful. Angels and God, Mother Mary. Please give us a card for our Sassy Subs, our collective, our Namaste Ninjas, our Zen Zebras, our Bella Butterflies, our Unique Unicorns, our Merry Mermaids and Merry Mermen. Thank you. What do they need to know? This one's sticking out. Metatron. Okay. I have an idea about him, but let me just look it up because I didn't study these yet. 31. I don't know why I'm doing videos in this position. Yeah, so I took, my stomach was killing me, and so I took 2 Advil. And I know Advil has not helped me in the past, but that's how much pain it was. It was just like a burning and like somebody's stabbing you, and then that goes away, and then a generalized burning, almost like you have your period, but I haven't had a period. I think it got a little bit better. That's why I tried to go for a walk, but it's like about to rain. I did walk around the block. Okay, so sorry. 31. No, it's card 31, right? I am not good with the book, obviously. Okay, ancient wisdom. You are crowned with the light of Source because you are the divine incarnate. Walk upon the earth as an angel, and life shall conspire to lift you up. Wisdom is available to those who truly follow the integrity of their heart. You share in the wisdom of Metatron. When you realize that we are all connected to the oneness of the Creator, all things, all beings have consciousness, even the rocks and the trees. So live your life with the perspective that all existence is a part of you and is sacred. And you may want to study the geometry. Okay, one more. Okay, I'll try that. They just said, the next one you pick, don't look at the book. Look inside. Okay. Okay, of course it has to be a hard one. All right. This little one's scary. It's a little scary. Okay, but I'm gonna do what they told me to do. Jehudiel. Be wary or weary. Don't just jump into things. And there's also a group of people. There's a person or a group of people, a person or more than one person, that might not be thinking of the best for you. And don't spend too much time trying to convince others of what your mission is, because your mission is between you and God, between you and divine. Yeah, you don't have to spend too much time trying to convince people who will never, like, you won't be able to convince them because they're not for you, they're against you. And that's not your fault. Anything else with this one? Yeah, and stick up for yourself. See how he's in a stance, so he's sticking up for himself? His wings are spread, and that means he's ready, like if he needs to fly or needs to go at something. So be in a position where you're standing up for yourself. If you feel like nobody's standing up for you, and your mission, what you feel like it's right for you to do, a change or something that you need to do, stand up for yourself. Be there for yourself. Be your own person. Mama, what? What? You missed me? You missed me too? Ow, you're biting me. What? You don't like when I talk? Ow! You scratched my face. You just scratched my eye. I know you didn't mean it, baby. What? You don't like my cards? Okay. Okay. One last one? You pick. You should see what he's doing. The twin Iron. Okay, this one I'm gonna look up. And they go, that's okay. That's okay. But they just, with that one, they wanted me to look. Okay, 35. Baby, it's okay. You're all right. I'm all right. I'll feed you your dinner. You want your dinner early? You don't usually eat till later. You and your brother. You two bros. Okay. These are twin angels who are said to reside in the sixth heaven, together with another set of twins. Okay. It's powerful para angels that are incredibly potent to pray to if you are ever involved in a legal situation. Yeah, I thought legal because, of course, it's justice. If you're ever involved in a legal or a court case, you can ask them to raise the matter up to a higher level. Pray for justice in the heavenly courts. There are justice systems in every dimension at every level of existence. So if you ever feel like you're being unfairly tested or cannot see a way out of an entanglement, call on the Iron to intervene on your behalf and bring the fastest and the most harmonious and fair resolution to the situation. If you invite the Iron into your life, they will bring you into a swift alignment to your core and truth and help you to find and awaken your most authentic self possible. Message: Ask us to bring you clarity when the truth evades you, and we can help you to discern the right choice when making an important decision or when you are unsure of the highest course of action to take. With our help, anything remaining hidden will soon come swiftly into the light. Yeah, I feel like somebody is being lied to, a gaslit. Yeah, like, here's an example. You take your new idea to your best friend or family member, right? Or family members, right? And at first, they don't think you're serious. So they just say, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, because they don't think you're going to make steps for it. Maybe you're going to quit another job because you want to start this, or you want to have a business and you just need to start putting money into it a little bit. And then when you show that you're serious in making changes that you set up for, then they start to say, no, you don't want to do that, or you can't do that, or just all kinds of excuses they make up to dissuade you from what you know is your mission. Okay? That might be for some people, that might not make any sense for other people. Whoever needed to hear it. I hope you enjoyed. I love you guys. I gotta get going because I'm aggravating myself at this point. Okay, let me show you the boys before I go. Oh. What you doing? You don't have to get up. You want to eat dinner? Snoopy Baxter? Casper Spirit? You want to eat dinner? Okay. Love you. I don't know, they're acting really weird. Like, they don't... I'm just trying to show you my pants. Okay, I know a good way to show you my pants is this angle. You fold your legs, right? And you fold your legs and you go like that. See? You can see your pants very well that way. Like that, too. Okay, anyhow. I'm just being a jerk off right now, so I'm gonna go. Namaste. Love you.